We don't want to ruin a conversation or ruin a situation. So I think that recognizing that space work is something that many of us orient to, and then saying it's okay to be rude. Like, like activists are like, people always say, oh, they're so rude about it. And it's like, well, there's sometimes you have to be rude. And there's sometimes you have to, because that's the way that you create change sometimes. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing just because it's face threatening, that whatever it is you're saying. So that, I don't know, maybe that's like a useful.
No, it's a great thought. Thank you for sharing. So I'm curious what we haven't talked about that we should be talking about.
Sure. I mean, I kind of prepared a couple of things and we've talked about the things that I prepared. So talking to each other can't do everything. So when I was working with the chambers of commerce in Texas, one of the chambers was like a mostly like white local country Texan and lots of kind of Republican-esque economic conservative talk. And I was observing them right when the Affordable Care Act passed by Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act. And so businesses then had to provide insurance for their employees, and not all businesses did before, and not all employees. So there was a lot of talk in terms of like now we have to redo all these things and we didn't have to before, and blah, blah, blah. And like, but they all did it because it's the policy. So you have to comply and you have to cover your employees. And so in that sense, I was like, they can talk all they want, but the policy says this and they have to do it if they want their business to stay afloat, because they have to do all of these. So like sometimes I feel like policy is necessary because it forces things, but on the other hand, you see like policies don't always happen unless you have like this on the ground activism, conversations, like getting everyday practices to push bigger policies. So it's just kind of intertwined.
I really want to thank you for your time. It's been a great discussion. I admire what you're doing. I think the work is amazing. And I look forward to studying more of your work and reading more. So
thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Have a great day. Okay. Bye, Natasha. We've been speaking with Natasha Shrikant. She's a professor at the University of Colorado and a communications scholar interested in ethnographic and discourse analysis regarding racial, ethnic, and cultural identity. You can find out more about her online at the University of Colorado, on various social media platforms. And to learn more about EMCA for RJ, just go to Twitter, EMCA 4RJ. That's another edition of the Conversation Lab. This radio program and podcast is produced by CFRO-FM in Vancouver's downtown east side. We're on the territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Our gratitude and thanks to them, as well as to the many not-for-profit organizations, community groups, and change makers around the world that support this program. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please consider becoming a member of Co-op Radio to support this program and the many others produced by hundreds of volunteers. If you have a story to share or know someone who does, please have them contact us at coopradio.org, theconversationlab.ca, and on many social media and podcasting platforms. This episode was cobbled together with some help from Brian McKinnon, Kimit Sekon, John Massacar, and Julian Anton. Thanks, guys, and thank you for listening. I'm Don Schaefer.